Well, we're going to jump right ahead, like way ahead.
Sure.
I know you served in military. You know, you did your job as you're supposed to. And then you got a job. Well, actually, you didn't know where you were going to find a job. And you got a job as a messenger at
Sure.
American Express. But then only in 5 years, you became general manager of American Express. I think all of us are very curious to know how you did it.
Well, in Chinese, there is a saying called 时势造英雄. I was in that particular circumstance. I was given the opportunity. American Express was just about open that time.
Okay.
So I was recruited in a situation where the company was started from scratch. In their recruitment requirement, basically on the newspaper they say, well, we require everybody have college university degree because you must be able to speak English. And that was very hard for me because I certainly disqualified for that without being to university myself and just finished the military service. So I was really disappointing. I was looking forward because one of my classmates who graduated from university and got a job, you know.
You mean at American Express as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was my neighbor. That was the reason how I know there is opportunity there. Until one day, actually my friend realized I had tried to look for a job for 6 months without being able to get anywhere.
Yes.
Finally, my friend said, well, we seems to have one possibility to hire someone do not require a university degree. I said, well, what was the job? He said, well, messenger. Okay. For me, my English level, I can't even understand what is the meaning of messenger. I heard about managers, but never know what is messengers. But anyway, I said, whatever job, you know, I'll take it. You know, because without being, you know, you got so frustrated for 6 months without being able to find anything.
Yes.
So that was my very first opportunity. I went into American Express as a messenger in 1971. Okay, and that was a time where Taiwan actually got thrown out from United Nations.
Right.
It was a very difficult time for Taiwan. And I wasn't being able to speak English, to be honest. You know, I joined the company. I was like everybody else. I saw Taiwan become an orphan to the world. You know, we won't be able to have any connection with the world anymore. We lost our platform in the political platform in the United Nations. But when I joined, soon after I joined American Express, I find that was totally wrong. Okay, because American Express have a lot of credit card holders, travel check holders. I have, of course, the travelers who comes there. They pick up mails at that time, you know, customer mails at that time. So I was very amazed. One of my job being a messenger is I have to go to the mailbox like 3 times a day. Not for the company, it's mostly for the travelers who is looking for their mails. Okay? Because American Express have 800 offices around the world. And certainly American Express become the mailing address for many customers of American Express.
That's very nice of American Express to offer that kind of service. Yeah,
at that time, it was very hard.
I know. I mean, these people are homesick, you know, so they want to get their letters from their family.
So, so suddenly I see a purpose. I saw every time when I went to post office, come back, I always see someone is waiting for me.
Oh.
And I find, wow,
your
what
job
an
is so
important. Yeah, you suddenly realizing we are not really totally cut off the relation with foreign visitors. Actually, I soon, it didn't take me a long time to understand, actually tourism is a very important vehicle to making friends for Taiwan with the world.
Right.
And that was one of the very first inspirations for me about what is the true meaning of tourism.
Right.
Okay, I surely since then have committed a lot of time trying to be a host for Taiwan. Trying to be a host for Taiwan.
Nobody had to ask you to do that. You did it yourself.
So I immediately self-motivate myself to see the purpose of doing that.
Yeah.
So I think that is very good opportunity for me to discover myself, to realize I am a person full of passions, I'm a person really like to serve people with a purpose. And that really helped me to discover my real talent. Okay. Since then, I become a very positive person to any kind of challenge, and I want to do a good job, and I see there is a good purpose of doing that. And
so then the big boss of American Express noticed you, right?
Well, it didn't take too long for him to realize that, because for example, simple reasons. Very often I'm asked by the tourists saying, well, Stanley, would you mind to come back on Sunday to go to the post office because I'm leaving tomorrow, okay?
Oh.
So I would take the initiative to do that for them. You know, I would every weekend when I supposed to be my day off, I went to the post office just like normal days, you know, to pick up the mail. If I discover the mail, I would call the guys in the hotel.
Oh, wow.
And remind him his mail have arrived.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, those are the things was not required by the company because it's my day off, you know. But I would do that, okay. And I sometimes transfer mails when I see someone who have been coming for a few more times and without being able to see the mail, and they disappointingly they have to leave. So I said, well, why don't you just give me your next address? I'll try to mail it to you.
Oh, wow.
And I did.
At your own expense?
At my own expense.
Oh.
At that time, I don't even know company can compensate you for that. And I only earn like $50 a month. Yes. And half of them have to go to my mother, you know. But I will reach out my pocket and buy a post stamp and send it for them. So accidentally, obviously, without my notice, some people will come back and send me. They would write back some postcards, tell me how grateful they are.
Right.
And there are people who write directly to the GM.
Oh, okay.
So you got a staff to did some extraordinary work.
Yes.
So the GM started to recognize there is someone, okay, serving the customer with full of passions. So they start to offer me the very first job will require a university degree. You know, at the same time, my English started to pick up.
Oh.
I finally see a reason and purpose of learning English.
Wow.
Of course, English is still getting rusty. You know,
I don't think so. You're
for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, since then, I certainly try hard
Yes.
to pick up my language.
Wow.
Yeah.